Hello, I'm Nina Dudnick, the founder and CEO of Seeding Labs. Seeding Labs is the only organization providing scientific equipment to researchers and teachers around the developing world. So we work with public universities. They are the brain trust of their countries. The best and the brightest students from across the country will go to the university, and they're the ones who are going to go on to be the teachers and the doctors and the pharmacists and nurses and researchers for their country. We think it's very important to make sure that they get a real hands-on science education. I started Seeding Labs in 2008. As a scientist myself, I'd had the opportunity to work in labs in all parts of the world, and it was incredibly striking to see the disparity in resources available. So if you work in a research institution in the US, new equipment arrives every day at the loading dock. It's not an event. And every time they upgrade their labs, they're left with equipment that's not necessarily very old, but they don't need it anymore. They can donate that to us. And the first shipment of equipment that we sent was a 40-foot container to a university in Kenya. And when it arrived, the container was met by a convoy of busloads of students, all wearing their lab coats. They drove in a convoy up the main highway out of Nairobi. They stopped traffic on the main highway, got to the university. The president of the university was there with the university flag and waved them into campus. There was a band, there was a singing group. It was a major event on campus. And now, still 4 years later, everybody at that university remembers that date. It was on national television news. The equipment is still identified as the equipment that got there that day. There are two things that Seeding Labs really needs. The first is more equipment. The demand for scientific equipment is incredible. We have heard from scientists in over 30 countries in the last 2 years alone. We need increased partnerships with institutions and companies that can donate their surplus to us. The second need that we have, of course, is funders. The demand, as I said, is enormous, and it's growing. More and more students across the world are going to university and studying advanced sciences, and they want to go into these very high-powered technical careers. And so we want to grow to meet that need. At Seeding Labs, we believe that talent is everywhere. So with your help, we can reach the millions of scientists around the world who are trying to make a difference to their communities and to problems that affect all of us everywhere.